into the doubles. Oscar Palermaa and Dom Barrett against Tommy Jones and Chris Barnes.
Probably the top 4 players of the tournament so far. Locking horns.
Looking for the good start and gets it. Tommy Jones. Pump of the fist from Chris Barnes. Now he would love to finish the year here unbeaten in Barnsley.
Yeah, TJ just kind of testing the water a little bit on that shot. It was a little bit wide, but he got some reaction in the back end. Hit the headpin light. Managed to carry all 10. Might see a slight adjustment for these next first shot. Up steps European captain in the shape of Oscar Palermaa, the big two-hander.
Oh, it dropped. It is a strike. I thought the ball had turned a tad too early there.
Well, you were actually quite
match against Bill O'Neill, but has lost 3 on the spin since. Oscar Palermaa. Oh, Chris Barnes leaves the 7-pin.
Yeah, almost scored 9.5 with that shot, didn't he? Not forgetting it's Scotch doubles, so whatever the lead-off man leaves, if he doesn't strike, the number 2 man, his partner, has to spare, which sometimes big 4 split. Jones is facing a single 7-pin, left-hand side of the pin deck. And Jones makes it look pretty easy.
Yeah, bit of frustration there from Barnes.
We'll certainly be looking to make the double. Getting an early lead. Oh, crikey, can you believe? Talk about hit the head pin hard and leave a single pin on the right-hand side. That 6-pin jumped right round the 10-pin, didn't even touch it. So much power was put on that.
Palermaa got away with it and got a strike, and yet Dom's unlucky there and leaves the 10.
Now, how fast is this going to be? Well, it's pretty fast for Oscar. It's the two-hander turned one-hander. He puts some fingers and thumbs in the ball for his single-pin spares.
Superman looking to get back on the strike trail. To put Tommy Jones in for the next shot. Oh, and again, Tommy Jones is going to have to take away the spare.
Chris not looking very happy. The ball was looking good until it got a couple of feet from the hard and fast.
It's a bit dull if you're sweeping up all the time, isn't it, in this system? And a bit frustrating for TJ.
Well, being the natural strike maker that Jones is, yes, he doesn't want to bowl single pins. He wants a full rack of 10.
Yeah, after 300s in 06, 07, 08 and 09, none last year. We're still awaiting one this year as well. Barrett finds the pocket beautifully there. Second strike for Team Europe.
Yeah, great looking shot from Dom, and takes the lead for the Europeans. Yeah, he's been pretty close, and he's very much bowling in a comfort zone. He's just not quite getting the reaction he's looking for down the end there. That's a lot better looking shot, and he gets that reaction I was talking about. So he'll be happy. I hope to stay on that line for the rest of the game.
Captain. It's more like it from Palermaa. It's a brilliant shot. Firmly into that pocket. Strike number 3 for Palermaa and Barrett. And they keep that 11-pin advantage. Great shot from Tommy Jones.
Just showing some of the style that we've got used to with TJ Tommy Jones.
It's fabulous to watch, isn't he? There's a real jerk, though, isn't there, at the end of the motion when he lets that ball go. So much power.
He really is a power player, yes. Ball comes off with lots of rotation on it, and when it hits that head pin, it certainly makes them fly, doesn't it? Interestingly, after 5 frames, both teams have managed to avoid the splits that we saw. Were quite consistent during the last Baker game, and certainly trying to capitalise on it right now.
Great shot from Barrett. Well, this is high-quality bowling. 4 strikes from 5 frames for the Europeans.
Yeah, certainly getting to grips with the strike lines now, all the right-handers. Playing a similar area of the lane. We're getting strikes.
Still very much in this. The American pairing, frame 6. 3 strikes, 2 spares. So far. Go, he says, and it did go. Strike number 4 for the Americans, and they are keeping very much on the tails of Palermaa and Barrett.
Oscar's the man who's looking to make it 4 in a row for Europe, and that looks pretty close. Well, it flipped high on the headpin, didn't it? Right at the last minute there. Left the 4-9 split standing up. The 9-pin's gone, fortunately for Barrett. He's going to have to stand up and shoot this single pin, but it's not a strike. Well, that's all it takes, and this is all it takes for a spare, hopefully. Hard and straight.
But the slight advantage is gone, and now it's the USA with a 10 points advantage. There's the scorecard. 4 strikes apiece.
Yeah, nothing under a 9 count from either side. They're all pretty much locked loaded in and around the right-hand side of the headpin. Kind of becomes what we call a bit of a carry contest. Who's going to carry all 10 pins and who might leave that odd single pin standing? That's how close this match is.
Oh no, it turned way too early for Tommy Jones.
Yeah, 6 count after 2 strikes in a row. There's pins lost there on the count. And Chris Barnes has got to pick up this 3-6-9-10. Just dives too early, doesn't it? Went a little bit too wide. Got out in the... Got a 3-pin right in front of it. It's the one on the back row that's got to watch. And covers it beautifully. Really was a good-looking shot. Gave it the width, trusted the ball, and back he came. Took the spare great.
Yeah, what a lovely shot from Chris Barnes. Palermaa here, frame 7. Can he find the pockets? Lovely shot, Oscar Palermaa, and keeps that 259 maximum available for himself and his partner Dom Barrett.
Yeah, quite a formidable pair, these European side. Oscar ranked number 1 at the moment on the European tour. Dom, who hasn't played quite as much, is in at rank 3. The Americans got their strongest 2 out at the moment. Jones is just showing us why as well. Great looking shot. Brings up the 5th strike for the for the Americans. Still hanging in there. 2-4-5 is their max out.
Every time they've got within touching distance, the Europeans have won the next match. The 7-pin is rung in the corner.
Yeah, a lot of rotation on the ball. It got to the pocket, hit the hairpin nicely. It just didn't dive in. That it rotated and went on. Didn't mix up enough action, getting that 7-pin away. Makes it with ease. And the European max goes down to 239, so it's nip and tuck all the way.
It's interesting, isn't it, with Palermaa? He takes the spares to the left with 2 hands, and then the big powerful one with the spares on the right, doesn't he, with the single-hander?
Just shows how versatile he is. That's what he'd like me to say. It's a big shot. Not only is it the foundation frame, frame 9, he's working on a double, which could be the match winner. Very important shot. It's got to get in there, and it does. 2 strikes in a row. Great shot from the American captain.
239 maximum for the Europeans. Dom Barrett needs to get them back on strikes. Just 1 in the last 3 frames, and he does. Nothing less than that will have done.
Keeps the Europeans' hopes alive. A great-looking shot in frame number 9, and as you say, Wayne, it had to be 10. Anything less, and they would have been going down.
4-2 session 1 win, though, proving crucial so far. Brilliant shot from TJ, and listen to the reaction. Whole lot of emotion was let out there from Tommy Jones.
Well, biggest ball of the game so far for TJ. Absolutely ripped the rack. 3 strikes in a row for the Americans, and it should just about tie it up. Barnes has just got to keep the ball on the lane, but it really was a great shot. Carried all 10.
And there's that outpouring of emotion.
I'm glad I can't lip read, but...
I think that was you who was shouting it.
No, definitely not. Barnes just to seal the fate of the Europeans if he can.
Looking to make it 5-0, as the Americans would say, in this year's Weber Cup. It has to breed confidence, that kind of record. Oh, he's rung the 10-pin.
In a row. Unfortunate 10-pin stood up there for Chris, so 234 is their final score. And a quick glance at the scoreboard tells us that 239 is the maximum for Team Europe. They could steal it here in the clutch. 3 strikes in the 10th, and it's all over. And you could tell by Chris Barnes' face, he knew that that was the situation. He really needed a strike there. And can they be beaten in the last frame?
Massive shot this for Oscar Palermaa.
Well, it can't be anything but a strike. It has to be 10.
Here a pin drop as it goes down. Oh, goodness me. He didn't catch the head pin right, Cass, and you had the feeling that was going to be the end result, but he very nearly got lucky.
Well, it was 9 and a wobble, and unfortunately, a defeat for Team Europe. Just overcooked it a little bit, and he's really beating up on himself there. Wasn't the greatest shot when it had to be 10. Only took 9. Oh, they're going to be, with the strike, be 219. Won't be good enough, and the scores will be all level. It will be Team Europe 10, Team USA 10.
And that is what it is. Team USA have pulled themselves level here. 2 wins from 2 in the opening matches of session 4, and Chris Barnes, Superman, is certainly happy. For him personally, it's 5 wins out of 5 now. He is very much the man for the USA. 10-all.